Hey everyone, welcome to our second FAQ Friday live. These are becoming a trend. Have y'all noticed? Anyways, I'm so happy you're here today. So we scheduled this one ahead of time to give y'all all notice and let you know we're going live to talk all about the metaverse today. So the question that I know many attorneys have is, should I be marketing on the metaverse, in the metaverse? Which is it, right? Should I be marketing there? And that's a question we field a lot from people who are kind of trying to be ahead of the trends, those who've already been on TikTok for a while, those attorneys who are always ahead, right? We're getting those types of questions about the metaverse, as well as those who are practitioners, in the fields of cyber and blockchain and those areas who have clients who are coming to them, asking them questions about the metaverse. And so it's a question that we are starting to get. And we wanted to set the record straight a little bit about the metaverse. So I have a little presentation to share with y'all. Bear with me for 1 second while I pull up our beautiful presentation. So let's see. So the question is, should I be marketing in the metaverse, right? Should lawyers be showing up there? So the thing we find is most people need to know what the heck the metaverse is. So the metaverse is actually, did any of y'all ever play like Second Life or watch that movie Ready Player One? Well, essentially, it's a virtual reality world that you can spend time in, you can have social interactions, you can transact there, you can have business transactions going on there, you can buy NFTs. If you don't know what an NFT is, it's a non-fungible token. A lot of times these present themselves as wearables for your avatar, or as those cool kind of pictures like the crypto monkeys or the crypto punks. So artwork, different things like that are being created in the metaverse for your avatar to interact with, to wear, to do things with, to display in their crypto, or not in their crypto world, in their metaverse world. So it's essentially a place where you can go. It's an augmented virtual reality place where you can go and hang out and interact with others. So that is what the metaverse is, very much akin to that movie Ready Player One, or if you ever played, like I said, Second Life, or even if you were one of those people who was really into Sims. Did you ever play that game when Sims kind of went online? Like that kind of environment. The difference is that it's a place now where you can actually do transactions with crypto, with money. So here's some examples. A misconception I hear a lot about the metaverse is that there's only one, because the way Facebook presented it, if you watched that whole presentation that Facebook did on changing their name to Meta and that they're going into the metaverse, they presented it as there was only one metaverse. But in reality, the metaverse has been around for a while. And in fact, some of the most popular ones are Roblox and Decentraland. And actually, Decentraland, you could log in right now, get on it, same thing with Roblox, and be in the actual metaverse, interacting with other folks, buying wearables, purchasing land, doing all of that right now. Now, Meta's metaverse hasn't quite launched to the public. They're still kind of in development mode. And if you have one of their Oculuses, or if you have heard of Magic Leap, they have their own kind of version of the Oculus. Those are different wearables that you yourself can put on, like goggles, and enter into the metaverse and interact with folks in like a 3D environment where you're moving and actually physically touching and not physically touching, but moving your arms to make your avatar move and such. So there is that aspect of it. But I think what's most interesting is that there's a relationship between crypto and the metaverse. So a lot of those attorneys who are already in the blockchain cyber world, they've already seen how crypto and the relationship between the metaverse interact. So essentially, there's no currency in the metaverse. The metaverse itself is actually a place where the currency is all through crypto. So you don't use dollars and cents. You convert your dollars and cents over to Ethereum and then transfer it over to whatever crypto it is that particular metaverse uses. And the issue with that is that crypto is pretty volatile. I don't know if you've been watching the news lately, but crypto can fluctuate in price. It can go up, it can go down. And that means when you're transacting and buying these NFTs and buying land with crypto, the value of it can fluctuate quite a bit, right? So that can have some issues, right? Something that was really valuable one day may not be as valuable the next day, or vice versa. Something that you paid not a lot for can become very valuable very quickly. And that's where you hear kind of all these people talking about making money in the metaverse and making quite a bit of money off of NFTs. So who's on the metaverse? It's mainly right now Gen Z, but we're seeing that a lot of big businesses like Microsoft are getting into the game of like the metaverse because they're seeing opportunities. I don't know if you saw the announcement, but Microsoft Teams actually announced that they are launching something called Mesh, which is going to be essentially taking your Microsoft Teams account and adding onto it the metaverse element of it. So think about real-time collaboration where it's not an online whiteboard. It's now you actually writing, wearing one of your wearables, right? Wearing one of your goggles, like writing and interacting with your team in that way in the metaverse and having conversations where your avatar moves when you move. Those types of interactions are coming, if not already here. And so it's really important for us to at least know that even though Gen Z is predominantly the ones on the metaverse and spending their time there, they're also pretty entrepreneurial. They're building businesses. They're doing a lot in this space. And we can see that eventually business may actually merge there, right? Just as we saw in like 2009 with social media, where a lot of people, first when Twitter was launched, not a lot of people were there and suddenly a lot of people were there. I foresee that eventually the metaverse will become a place where we are interacting socially in a different way. And so that leads to this question: should lawyers be on the metaverse? My thought is I wouldn't be buying a bunch of office space up yet there and spending, a lot of time investing in the infrastructure there until it becomes clear who's kind of going to be the king of the business metaverse, similar to the way LinkedIn is the B2B, platform for social media. I think one of those metaverses will become the B2B version of the metaverse, where a lot of opportunity for businesses to interact with each other and B2B relationships to develop over time, that will become prevalent. So that's coming. That's coming soon. So I don't know that I would spend, though, all my money investing in a ton of office space in different metaverses until that's clear. Unless I think the real thing here is to think about the use cases for it. Are your clients there? Are they showing up there? Do you need to at least be going there to know what it is? Not necessarily to buy space, but just to know what it is and know the legal challenges and issues that you may need to foresee as an attorney. Maybe that's a reason. So definitely, if you want to check out the metaverse, you can log into Decentraland. You don't even have to create an account. You can have a guest account. You can go in, run around, see what it is, interact with some of the games, the elements, the land, and kind of understand at least the lay of the land there so that you're not completely clueless should you have a client come in to ask you about it. If you're in that space, I expect that you've probably already done that, at least have kind of seen what the environments are and seen some of the legal issues that might pop up. But just something to consider. So if you thought this particular information was helpful to you, I wanted to let you know we are creating a newsletter focused on these emerging tech issues and around these emerging digital marketing issues, specifically for law firms in the legal industry. And we're inviting you to join. We're launching it next week. So we'd love to have you join. I've included the link below. If this is something, these types of topics are interesting to you, but beyond that, if you're trying to decipher, is this right for my firm, right? Is this a good fit for our marketing strategy and what we're doing as a firm? Then you definitely want to join this newsletter because I give a lot of thoughts, a lot of insight on these kind of issues that are emerging, from TikTok for lawyers to Reels for lawyers to the metaverse to everything from increasing engagement and helping build a digital strategy that actually results in leads and prospects coming to you versus you having to seek them out. So if that's something that you would find interesting, then definitely join our newsletter. And again, thank you for joining me for this FAQ Live. It's been a blast, and I hope you learned something today.